things that millennials love to talk about. And this time around, I actually wanted to do a different kind of episode today because there's so much going on. And I just love to think about the things that help me have like a little bit of an escape from the world. And for me, on top of reading, that is watching reality TV. And so, hence the title of this episode, Bravo, 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 for those of you who are in the know. Um, I'm going to be talking about some really wild things that are happening in the Bravo universe lately. This week has been BravoCon, as well as the premiere of not one, not two, but three whole season premieres of Housewives episodes, as well as wrap ups of ongoing shows such as the Roni reboots, and Salt Lake City is going on so far. We'll see how far I get, and we'll see how long this episode gets. But yeah, I just really want to talk about something that's near and dear to my heart, which is some reality mess. So you've been warned that it's going to be full of pop culture references and wild theories, and all things reality TV. So if this is not your episode, you can skip forward to the end and then like it and then write a review after and share with people who's really into reality TV. So with that being said, welcome to the Bad Millennial Podcast, and I hope you guys enjoy this episode. So, like I said, reality TV is an amazing escape, and right now there's so much going on with Bravo. Actually, I'll give you some backstory on me. So, I pretty much watch all of the Bravo Housewives shows except for like Orange County and when Dallas was on. I don't think I'll ever get into those. They just don't seem interesting to me, so I'm not going to waste my time. Um, but I have watched pretty much everything else, including Ladies of London for some reason. Actually, no, I know the reason why, because Dubai came back and Caroline seemed very interesting, so I wanted to see what her backstory was. Um, but yeah, I've watched pretty much everything. Oh, and then Vanderpump Rules. Of course, you saw in one of my previous episodes, I went through the whole scandal of it all because it just was so big and loud that I could not cover it. So if you missed that, I've recorded that episode in previous episodes if you're very interested in Vanderpump Rules. But this is a safe space today, and we're going to talk about Housewives. Particularly, there's premiere week, so we have Beverly Hills, Potomac, and Miami. Oh my gosh, Miami holds a special place in my heart because they were so interesting and cool, but they were on pause for like so many years until they finally came back on Peacock, and they have continued to show the girls how it's done. Beverly Hills used to be that rich bitch, but Miami, they are showing it all. And I've never seen, well, except Dubai. Dubai is very, but we're not going to get into Dubai. Dubai hasn't come back yet. So, but ooh, Miami has a special little in my heart. So, I love watching these. Not just, it's not just about fighting. Like, I think that's the biggest misconception about Housewives and reality TV in general, but particularly Housewives. I do find a lot of it to be aspirational, not just the big houses and the money, 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 honey, but like, especially in the old days, these women really kind of were the backbones of their family. They had to raise their kids, whether they were actual housewives or women with jobs outside the home. And they really showed how hard you had to work to make your dreams come true. Yes, they were being filmed, but back in the day, like nobody knew that this was going to be like super crazy fun or awesome. Like people weren't on TV to be, well, I guess they were on TV to be famous, but they didn't know how big this would be. So a lot of these women were running several businesses at once, and they were also running the household. And yes, there were fun trips and things, but they also got into real life issues like turning 30, 40, 50, 60, and all the things that really come with that you don't really see highlighted on many shows, especially when women kind of age out of the market, with if they're not teenagers or young adults, you see women kind of just disappear, or they're just cast into some role. Like all of the wicked stepmothers and evil witches are always older women, and it's like, really, come on, we're all aging. And I think being able to show that you can age beautifully and also still be relevant, still have fun, still date around, still travel the world. Like, life doesn't end after 30. Okay. It better not, because I plan on doing a lot more with life. And life doesn't end after 40, 50, 60. I think Housewives gives a very interesting window into a demographic of women that society has kind of just, and media has just kind of deemed irrelevant, not fun, not sexy, not interesting. But Bravo has turned that all around. And as I get into these franchises, I hope you yourself will see why, if you're not already a diehard Bravo fan, Bravoholic, as they call us. So I'm going to get into my favorite form of escape and start reviewing some bad reality TV. Bad as in like a guilty favorite. These are actually really, really good franchises. So without further ado, let's get into these shows. We're going to start with Beverly Hills. Oh my gosh. Uh, Beverly Hills has been on for a while, and it really seemed to, for a minute, center around this sisterhood, and it started with a sisterhood. Um, you've got Kyle Richards and her sisters Kim and Kathy. Kim and Kathy have come in and out of the picture, but Kyle is here to stay. And for once, Kyle has drama of her own that's not either about not getting along with her sisters, or she is producing drama for other people. Kyle has her own drama. She has been having relationship issues with her husband, Mauricio. They are just kind of held up in the echelon of perfect reality TV relationships. A lot of times when couples get on to reality TV, their relationship isn't really in a good place. And all of the cameras and everything kind of exacerbate that. And so if you don't have a strong relationship, we will see that, and it gets weakened with every episode. But not Mauricio and Kyle. They have continued to be the golden couple. So that's why this whole drama and estrangement through them is so interesting. It's not an angle that we really expected. And in real life, the rumors kind of started when there was like pictures of her not wearing her ring, and you know, she started posting on Instagram more pictures of her just hanging out with friends or her daughters and enjoying jet setting. But Mauricio was not in the picture. Like, where is he? What's going on? So, of course, there's been rumors about Mauricio stepping out. Nothing confirms, nothing um, really that TMZ has given us. TMZ is like the source of truth for me with reality. But Kyle's always batted down those rumors. So for now, this season, she's just like over it. I don't know if it's just because they've been married for so long, or if Mauricio has actually cheated on her. But what I have noticed is that if she doesn't hate him, she strongly is annoyed and over his bullshit. Like, whatever's happened between them in the past, she's making up for it with a vengeance now. So that's been an interesting storyline that we started off, and all of the rumors. I mean, even Mauricio, he's now on Dancing with the Stars. I think because of these rumors, but he has not helped by his long, winding interviews. And then he was also like seen with his dance partner holding hands. And some of the dances they've done, I don't really watch Dance with the Stars, but just the clips I've seen have just been so intimate and just kind of, I don't know. There are certain things that I wouldn't think a married couple would do even if it's for performance and stuff. Like, you're not a professional dancer, Mauricio. You don't need to be between that woman's legs or holding her super close or anything like that. It's just a level of respect here. But they perform for the cameras, and I think that this is going to be an interesting narrative, and we'll see. I mean, Kyle has been slipping up in interviews and has said the D word, so she's dealing with going through her divorce this season, even though they both say, oh no, we're just separated but still living together. We'll see. Moving on, Dorit, why is Dorit constantly getting robbed and constantly putting herself in dumb situations? Like, her whole thing of having to pull out $10,000 in cash to go Christmas shopping. Are you dumb? Are you stupid? Are you dumb and stupid? Okay, I thought that Black Amex cards still existed. And what unless she's buying drugs for these people, like why does she need to like pull out $10,000 in cash? The math isn't mathing. This is housewife math that I will never understand. Doesn't make sense. And so honestly, I feel like Dory just puts herself in situations because she just things go over her head. So anyway, wish her the best and hope that she stops getting robbed, but she needs to wise up or at least walk around with a bodyguard because this woman. Otherwise, Dorito has been. I don't know if she actually has an issue with her husband, but the date that they went on, where it was like a pre-woman date, it was fine, but awkward. PK doesn't actually like think things through. He's kind of like, I'm going to throw money at something and make it pretty, and you know, that's it. So Dorit's husband PK arranged their anniversary dates to follow the storyline or just be called Pretty Woman. So basically, he set up all these gorgeous gowns to her room, ordered everything from the room service and everything, and just had her dressed up. And he's just like, he skims the show notes. He just like told her, I think you're a pretty woman, not actually thinking about the real storyline of the movie where it's about like romancing a prostitute. But okay. Um, it was fine. It didn't like fully spiral the way I thought it would. Like the way Ralph and Drew from Atlanta, of course, that date from hell, like it didn't get that bad. So I just think PK and Dorit are trying to kind of be the new golden couple in a way, while also showing, oh, hey, we're not perfect, so you can relate to us. But I don't think there's actually any issues there. Yes, Dorit has some PTSD problems and control issues that she needs to deal with. And PK needs to stay in the country more and stop traveling so far away from this control freak. But otherwise, I honestly think their relationship is fine. It's it's a weak storyline, but hey, at least Dorit has a storyline this season. um, so Sutton, she is so fun and so misunderstood, and I have grown to love her. I really just want to reference that matchmaker scene. She needs to run away far, far from that matchmaker. Sutton has been single for 7 years from her super uber rich husband, who ex husband, but she's got the coin, she's got the money, and she has been able to step into her own power. When she was in her previous relationship, she explains how he was making all decisions. He was running the boardroom of their marriage, and she was not invited into the boardroom, which is where all decisions are made. And so now that she's single and she has all of her money and power, like she doesn't want to find a man to marry. She just wants companionship. She just wants someone who gets her and she wants to have fun. She doesn't need a man to take charge or lead. And that's what the matchmaker was kind of all about. Like she finds that it's easier or she has better time with men who lead and who are strong. Whatever happened to like equals? Isn't it 2023? Like sometimes I feel the people that they bring on Beverly Hills are just so like out of touch or like so trying to like keep these old stereotypes in the cards. And I'm like, even the fact that the show is called Housewives, like that's not even relevant anymore, you know? Like these women are running things. These women have power. Sutton is so set. She doesn't need a rich man. Yes, graduate college and have a job, but she can treat herself and she can make herself happy. She just wants a friend or someone to, vacation around with, but also who doesn't want to just date her for her money or try to steal her money. So I don't believe Sutton's ever going to get married again, but I do believe she's going to get better at going on dates and not scaring them or freaking them out or, well, creeping them out, because Sutton is she doesn't acquire taste, honey. Okay, Sutton is her own type of caviar. Um, and until you acquire that taste, it takes a minute to warm up to Sutton. Um, but yeah, I think anyone who's fun and can get her quirkiness and oddities, that's what she's gonna need. Um, and a person who has understood Sutton from the beginning, or has at least worked to understand her, is Garcelle. Love Garcelle. She is Hollywood royalty, a badass, and just overall an amazing person from what I've seen and from what I've followed her on. It's not like I know any of these people, okay? Like I'm just giving my super limited scope opinion based on these shows. But Garcelle this season, or at least this episode, is showing more of her personal vulnerable side, which I appreciate because, she isn't a newbie, but it's like what, her third season or fourth on here, and she really came in feeling like an outsider. Of course, Renna was Lisa Renna, previous housewife on the show. She's gone, but I'm not gonna mention much more about her. That woman annoyed the crap out of me, even though she made the drama, stirred the pot. But Rinna introduced Garcelle to the group as a friend and then immediately turned on her. So since the beginning, Garcelle's been on the defense. She doesn't know who to trust. She's just, very much was hanging on, trying to share her story with us, the fans, but I feel like she wasn't really to the cast. Well, that's changed. Um, a lot more now. And I loved how she's now kind of even showing more of the most important side to her, which is being a parent. And she's parented two twin teens who are completely different from each other, I might add. But from her conversation about how hard it is to parents and how one of her teens, at least, Jax, feels like she wasn't there for him. I don't know if it's because of the pandemic or just because she's a working actor and she's good at what she does. So she has to be away from them for a bit. So I appreciate how she was able to not just show that important conversation, um, an interesting conversation with her kid, but kind of just be vulnerable with Sutton and talk about how hard it is to be single mothers, um, who still have to deal with and communicate with their exes because of these children that bond them together, and apparently these are exes who have a powerful say and a big wallet. So it seems, it's, again, like I said, these are conversations and perspectives of women that we don't get in mainstream media outside of this. Correct me if I'm wrong, but usually divorce isn't the sexiest storyline for a lot of shows. And if so, apparently the woman immediately has to find a new suitor, a new romancer after that, or she's no good. So being able to see them show their true colors, show their heart, show how important being a parent, and knowing that there's no one way to do it right, there's no manual. All you have to do is try your best and have the best intentions. That's all you can do. Okay, like you're still their parent and they're still going to hate you from time to time just because you're their mom. It is what it is. But I think Garcelle's kid being able to actually come to her and be like, hey, I've got some feedback, I've got some thoughts, shows how great of a mom she is for being able to instill that confidence and that intellect and being able to know what boundaries are or what he needs as a child. He doesn't know everything. He's still a teenager, of course, but that was pretty cute. Compared to her other twin, who's just like girl crazy and obsessed, and is like, I don't know what y'all talking about. Can I just get back to my girlfriend, please? So yeah, love those two. Next housewife, where where was Crystal? Like, she's the one I'm supposed to relate to the most. She's like the millennial of the group, the youngest of the group. Um, she also came in like what, 1 or 2 seasons ago, but she's like barely said 2 syllables in this first episode. And then the second episode, she tries to make her brother a thing, like calling him China's next Justin Bieber. He's not. He doesn't even have like close to 1 million followers, which is the bare minimum if you want to be considered even a B-A-lister, especially in China, where there are millions of people. Like, but I am glad that Crystal's sharing something. So, and it's nice to see how much she cares for her family, or, you know, at least being able to share that with us without being like on the defensive. Because Crystal has also been on the defense from the beginning, but that I think is just like a lot of miscommunication and just like being from a different generation than the other women. I think we'll see if she's gotten her footing. The previews are a little promising, I guess, but and then oh, also the age difference in marriage conversation. Like, yes, give us backstory, give us attitude, like show us why Andy brought you back. You are a rare breed, someone who wants to date older. I mean, at least he's successful. The dude like created or had some hand in like the Lion King and all that stuff. So show us why he, you know, wanted you. Show us why Andy wanted you back. Um, so yeah, I hope that Crystal brings it this season because I do feel like just Bravo fans in general are very much like, if you don't prove yourself season one or the first season you're on a franchise, you need to go. And that's not fair. Like, there's a lot of things I'm sure to get used to besides just the cameras being around, but you've got the fans, the commentary, the OGs who are trying to produce your storyline or who are trying to be your friends or who are just going to be your enemies off the bat. Like, there's a lot to juggle. And then also making sure you're good mentally as well as your family being on board with this, or are they going to turn on you just because the fame machine has started? So that's fair. And I'm going to try my best to give Crystal some grace. Um, I see in the preview she shows up for Sutton, or at least cares about Sutton's feelings, which is interesting because the whole 180 from how her and Sutton were at their first meeting. They're just like bristles, oil, and water, just knocking heads against each other. So again, I'm rambling because I don't want to say anything like final about Crystal. I just need to see more. I need her to give me more because she has the spark and she like helped diversify this very, very white cast too, along with Garcelle, of course. So I just want her to bring her perspective and just, you know, bring a little drama, please. Don't fall into the background. Don't become a friend of. That's really not what I want for you. So, all right. Oh, it's already, we're like 22 minutes into this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to cover all of these franchises. That's a lot of thoughts. Might have to do part one, two, three, four. I don't know. But yeah. So back to Kyle and her storyline, because she's, you know, the queen bee of Bev Hills, and that's what we're kind of focusing on so far. But we just keep seeing how she snipes back at her husband. This birthday party for her daughter, she turned like what, 15, 16. But like Kyle is just antsy and just producing drama like against her like husband, and sniping at him for like not knowing how many tattoos she has, and just the awkward chemistry. And so Mauricio's family's there, his mom and dad. Also, pause. Did anyone see like Mauricio is his dad's twin? Like, copy paste and then add like 20, 30 years. That man looks just like him, but older. Amazing. So yeah, Kyle like is asking Mauricio, I guess we're back in this damn tattoo situation, just like, oh, does your parents know, does your mom know that you have tattoos? He's like, no, and rather not. Like, they know that, I guess, because it's a thing. And Mauricio in the beginning also seemed to have an issue with Kyle even wanting to get more tattoos and like saying, well, that's enough. And a little borderline controlling, but it was like, you don't need more. And it's like, but Mauricio, you don't even know how many she had originally. Like, leave her alone. This is a grown ass woman, um, who truly doesn't need your advice on anything that has to do with her body. So, but yeah, I think because Kyle was kind of pissed off about that, plus not knowing how many tattoos she has, which I think is like four. It's not that hard, but it just kind of communicated that their intimacy has not been there for a while. And, you know, like you said, like if she got a new mole, he would have like immediately said something about it and noticed that. So yeah. So anyway, Kyle basically spills the beans to Mo's mom, like, hey, your son has tattoos. The mom, for her part, she doesn't seem to forget about it, but I don't even think that was Kyle's thought process. It was more so to get back at Mauricio. And he is pissed. He's like, why would you do that? Why would you let me do that? Like, be able to tell my parents my business. So, and then Kyle has the nerve to look like, ooh, uh, wait, is he really mad? But I know deep down, she just felt such satisfaction, just like, mm, got you back. So, yeah, it's like love being. No, it's more like love has been. Okay, so I don't know. These two, I feel like they've been together for like what, 15 years. There's been bound to have like rough patches and just bumps in the road, and this is their time to get through it. Like, okay, obviously I haven't addressed the other elephant in the room. The whole is Kyle cheating or emotionally cheating on Mauricio with this country singer star woman? Um, who knows? That isn't even covered right now in the show, but obviously all the rumors and then the music video that they put out where it showed that they were, at least Kyle seemed to be like a love interest. Um, with that, I really think Kyle's just playing with the public. Um, I don't know this country star. I don't even remember her name, but the the fact that the country star got Kyle's initial tattooed on her. This woman has a lot of tattoos. I don't think she puts such significance on tattoos the way other people would. Like those, like me, who has like two right now, and if I got another one, it has to make really big sense to me. So I love the drama, and I love that Kyle is only not just trying to outrun the rumors, but control this story. This, you know, it's kind of fun seeing Kyle produce her own drama for a bit, um, and kind of fuck with us in a way. It's kind of like, she's been doing this for a while, so she is a professional at this point. So if she wants to keep us in the dark while also feeding us crumbs, hey, it's what we deserve. Like, this woman has put her life on blast for however many years this show has been on. So, and at least it's something. It's interesting. It's different than just, oh my god, I hate my sisters and they never understand me and blah blah blah. Like, it gets old real fast, which you've seen in other franchises, New Jersey. So yeah. Oh man. So I am very excited for the rest of the season of Beverly Hills. It looks like we're going to get a Dinner from Hell Part 3. Um, and Sutton is having like a breakdown at Magic Mike's show in Las Vegas. Intrigued to see what that's all about. But yeah, Beverly Hills is back. And even though certain other people are not back in the cast, I think we're better for it. And it's going to be entertaining as hell and interesting as hell. So yeah, tune in and yeah, we'll see. Thanks for tuning in to my reality TV rants. Um, Honestly, I don't think there's enough time to get to the other two in one episode. So I'm just going to leave it at Beverly Hills for now. Please DM me comments, your thoughts about the Beverly Hills season so far. Let me know what you think. Like, do you think Kyle and Mo are actually going to get a divorce? Is Crystal overrated and needs to take a back seat? Um, if so, I'm never gonna find a man. Oh, I even forgot about Erica Jane. Wow. Shows how much I'm sick of her shit. Wow. Okay. I forgot about Erica Jane. Um, well, now that Erica Jane has proven to let's get into Erica Jane. Now that Erica Jane has proven to be innocent of robbing orphans, um, she's decided that her storyline is to not be on the defense and to actually thaw her cold heart and realize that now that she's lost an ally, she needs to make nice with these women and become friends with them, and learn what accountability is and empathy is. That clip was I don't think Erica doesn't know what empathy is. I just think she's been on the defense for far, far, far too long. And she has been such a performer, as the cold hearted bitch, with great fashion sense for so long that she needs a moment to recalibrate herself and remember what it was to be human, be warm, be kind, and be loving, you know? So that yeah, that look that clip was almost like a setup, but I kind of get it because she's been fighting for so long. And now she just needs a minute to catch her breath and be like, you know what? Let me get with all these women. I don't have to be the villain this season. This is my makeup apology tour season, which okay, fine, great. Um I'm looking forward to seeing how she manages her career without her ex-husband's money. In real life, she has her Erica Jane persona, um, and her show in Vegas was very poorly attended. Apparently, tickets sales were so bad that they lowered them down to $7, $8 per ticket. So, ouch. But then I saw at BravoCon that they're gonna give her a whole movie kind of which is a redemption of how she's going to rebuild herself as Erica Jane and you know find her way back to, well, it's not like she's left stardom, but I guess try to be able to fund it without her man stealing from orphans and widows. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to watch that because Erica was just really nasty and really terrible last season. I mean, many seasons, but her very much, it's me against the world, and I don't give a fuck about anybody else. It's just hard to watch and root for. Um, so, but also, I think this season might just be boring. Well, not this season, but Erica's storyline is going to be a bit boring because she's just going to be I'm gonna lie down and play nice, and I'm not gonna snap at everybody. Um, 'Cause she's really sharp, and she can. Oh, it's not even just shade; it's just dagger straight through the heart. If you mess with her, and I kind of appreciate that energy. But right now, right now it seems she's been tampered down and probably drugged up, which, hey, whatever works for you to keep you sane. But man, I don't know. I I don't think Erica's gonna be a star um this season or in Vegas. So yeah. All right. Is that everyone? I know there's a newbie for Housewives, but she hasn't been put on just yet. So we'll see. Think that's finally it. Okay, yeah. This is why I have to do like separate episodes for all these premieres because there's too much to talk about, too much to speculate. And like, imagine if I had a guest, like, this would be 2 hours long. I can already see it now. So I don't know. Maybe I'll have guests for like reunions or something. But yeah, again, let me know your thoughts, your comments. Um, if you like this episode, please like it. If you got through this whole episode, you are a star and a true Bravoholic, as well as Bad Millennial fan. Like, so grateful for you. And once again, thank you so much for tuning in to the Bad Millennial podcast. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel and don't forget to click the like button and share it with all your friends. And whatever podcast platform you're listening on, go ahead and subscribe. Please leave a review, hit the like buttons, and answer the feedback question I might leave, which might just be like, what did you think about this episode? I want to know. I want to hear your thoughts. Also, as always, merch is available on Etsy. If you go to badmillennialshop.etsy.com, you'll find my shop there, or you can click the link in the social media bios, as well as visit my website at badmillennialpod.com. Alrighty. That is it for this episode, and I'll get into more bad reality next time. Thanks, guys.